A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a troubling development, U.S. State Department officials have identified nearly 500 potential incidents of civilian harm during Israel's military operations in Gaza, which involved weapons supplied by the United States. Despite the gravity of these incidents, no further action has been taken on any of them, raising serious concerns about accountability and adherence to international humanitarian law. The incidents, some of which may represent violations of international humanitarian law, have been documented since the onset of the Gaza conflict on October 7, 2023. This tracking is part of the State Department's Civilian Harm Incident Response Guidance, CHIRG, a formal mechanism aimed at assessing the misuse of U.S.-origin weapons. The CHIRG was established in August 2023 and is designed to apply to all countries receiving U.S. arms. It consists of 3 stages: incident analysis, policy impact assessment, and coordinated department action. However, according to a former U.S. official, none of the incidents related to Gaza have progressed to the 3rd stage of action, which could involve working with the Israeli government to mitigate harm or even suspending arms export licenses. The Biden administration has acknowledged that it is reasonable to assess that Israel may have breached international law during the conflict, but State Department spokesperson Matthew Miller emphasized the complexity of assessing individual incidents, stating, "We are conducting those investigations thoroughly and aggressively, but we want to get to the right answer." Critics argue that the U.S. government has not done enough to investigate how Israeli military actions, supported by U.S. weapons, have resulted in civilian casualties. Advocacy groups have pointed out specific cases, such as the tragic death of 6-year-old Hind Rajab and her family, allegedly caused by a U.S.-made tank round. Reports indicate that the U.S. Embassy in Jerusalem has raised several incidents with Israel, highlighting the ongoing scrutiny of the military's conduct in Gaza, where over 43,000 Palestinians have reportedly been killed since the conflict escalated. The Biden administration's approach has been criticized for deferring to Israeli authorities and failing to conduct independent investigations into the use of U.S. weapons. John Ramming Chappell from the Center for Civilians in Conflict expressed concern that the U.S. is ignoring evidence of civilian harm to maintain its policy of unconditional weapons transfers to Israel. Mike Casey, a former State Department official, noted that senior officials often sought to downplay the negative implications of Israeli actions rather than pursue the truth. The Israeli military claims to make significant efforts to avoid civilian casualties, citing the presence of Hamas among civilians as justification for its operations. However, the overwhelming number of casualties reported by Gaza's Ministry of Health, predominantly women and children, raises questions about the effectiveness of these measures. The situation has prompted calls for greater accountability and a re-evaluation of U.S. arms policies in the context of ongoing violence in Gaza. As the conflict continues to unfold, the international community watches closely, hoping for a resolution that prioritizes human rights and the protection of civilians. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.